once you get in, for the most part, you have to adhere to the mindset of all the other people that are in your business. And if you don't, you get like John Fetterman. Like, you get cast out. They hate that guy now. They're mad at him because he says, I think you should probably have ID to vote.
I know. I like John Fetterman.
He's great.
Yeah.
He's a sweet guy.
And he says he's authentic. He says,
well, that guy genuinely worked in charities for his whole life. Like, he genuinely worked in doing philanthropy work and, like, real stuff. Like, he's not a greedy guy. He walks around in a Carhartt hoodie and shorts. He went to the fucking inauguration in shorts and a Carhartt hoodie. And I talked to him when he was there. He's, like, genuinely sweet, like, in real life.
Yeah.
He's a nice guy.
He is who he is.
Big teddy bear. Like a nice guy.
Yeah.
The Epstein files, of course, millions of documents have been released, still millions more being hidden away, but newly released documents show that Donald Trump called the police in Palm Beach back in 2006. This is according to new documents that reveal a former Palm Beach police chief who investigated Epstein in the mid-2000s told the FBI that Trump picked up the phone and said, thank goodness you're stopping him. Everyone has known he's been doing this. Also telling the police to go after Ghislaine Maxwell, describing her as evil. Another bubble has been burst for the Democrats, Caitlin. I mean, it absolutely shatters the Democrats and media's narrative around Trump and Epstein. And plenty of these Democrats and media outlets became so obsessed with the files, not while Joe Biden was in office, but when Donald Trump was back in power. So, look, what do you make of that development?
Yeah, I mean, it's exactly that. It's the same old narrative that's getting, again, quite old with the American people. And these are the same people that are now screaming from the rooftops to get those documents out there. Let's find out what happened. The same ones that had full control and were in power for 4 years and did nothing about it. So it's like the girl who cried wolf. It's really hard to believe these people want justice for the victims. And I would say this is more about making Donald Trump, Orange Man, the bad guy once again.
And
again,
it's failed.
Horrible.
Yeah.
Yes, it's
and
failing
it
time and time. The narrative is falling apart, and we will continue to see the media try to push Donald Trump at the center of this story. And that's, quite frankly, horrible for all of the victims that are suffering and really, truly deserve justice.
No, I couldn't agree with you more. Just finally, before I let you go, I want to talk about voter ID. Of course, Democrat politicians are still against voter ID, but here's CNN reporting that voter ID is overwhelmingly popular. Look at this.
Take a look here. Favorite photo ID to vote. 85% of white people favor it. 82% of Latino. 76% of Black Americans favor it. So the bottom line is this. Voter ID is not controversial in this country.
There you have it. According to CNN, it's not controversial in this country, but Democrats don't seem to want to listen to that.
Yeah, they're calling us racist, right, for wanting voter ID in this country. And we've already all gone through it, right? How often you need to show an ID I needed to overnight my passport, Gab, from New York to Washington, D.C. today, just to be able to get into the government building because I needed a real ID. I needed to show proof of citizenship, who I am. We need that to vote. We need that to buy alcohol. So there shouldn't be a problem with, of course, supporting that we need that to vote. And you know it's bad when John Fetterman on the Democratic side is actually agreeing with conservatives He actually came out saying he supports this. So they're calling us racist. Meanwhile, CNN just told us 76% of the Hispanic and Black community, they actually support voter ID. They are looking at us saying, what do you mean? Of course I have an ID. And it's back, right? The whole thing's backwards. There's absolutely nothing racist about this. How many other nations require ID to vote? And meanwhile, we're telling those people, yes, come to America, but you don't need ID here. A lot of backwardsness. But let's listen to John Fetterman.
Absolutely. Final. Ellie says one. I wish there was more. Caitlin Sinclair, host of the Caitlin Sinclair Show. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.